What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the third and final part of this epic park build. We are finishing off the ABC park build with all of the paint, details, weathering. Last video, we got done with all the main structures and obstacles, and this time we're gonna put all the details on those. Let's get right into it. So, the moment of truth is here. It's time to paint this thing. I've got my paint gun filled up with a nice concrete looking gray. We're gonna get every nook and cranny. Before we do that, I have to cover the legs and make sure that we don't spray any on our little design we did there. So, let's do that first. So, it's the next day, another cold and rainy day, and we've got these all dried up, ready to pull all the stuff off. Then we're gonna get to the fun stuff, which is weathering all of this to look just like concrete. I already did some tests. I did 3 different swatches, and I'm gonna do different techniques from each of them. Sort of doing a mix of everything, all the little sprinkles that I did on the first one, as well as some wet paint washes and some dry brushing as well with some sponges. So let's pull this off, see how it looks. So we are looking good. It's looking like a nice copper, orangey, red type of thing. Not exactly what I was going for, but it's looking pretty decent. I'm also noticing this looks a lot more orange on camera than it does in person. This is like sort of a burnt red. I was going for that like sort of concrete, reddish, pinkish look, but you know, we arrived here and I don't mind it. I like it a lot. It's a pop of color in the park, so let's see what this one looks like. Looking good. So now that we've got every letter's base paint colored and everything's ready to go, we're gonna go ahead and bring our contraption here to start weathering this thing. All over, top, bottom, left, right. We're gonna make this thing look like real concrete. So I definitely could have been using a bigger sponge for this, but all I had was just my girlfriend's broken up makeup sponge. So I ripped it up and that's all I could use. But for you guys, a little tip, grab a bigger sponge, tear it up, and you can cover some more area for a big park like this. Don't be like me. Of different colors here that I want to speckle all over the park. I do got to be careful doing it. I don't want to go overboard. I also don't want to get it on places that it would look bad. So stuff like the concrete, and the red ledges as well. So I'm gonna basically dip this in some very, very thick paint, try to brush some off, and then flick it against this stick here. So let's give it a try. And I basically want to get kind of far away. All right, so the stick method is not working. I've moved to a shorter bristle. I think this should do the trick here. That did not do the trick at all. I basically jumped to a toothbrush where I put a bunch of paint on there and flicked it off there. So another little tip for you guys, don't do none of the banging with the brushes. So here I'm starting all the fine detailing and weathering. I'm taking a brush with a lot of paint on there and just doing little scratches where you would be taking off and landing with your fingerboard. We're also doing all the wet washing around the park. So all of the black gunky drips that you see is basically a lot of water and just a couple dabs of black paint. You want to soak your brush in there and just rub it all over. Do a couple coats, let it dry, and all those drips are going to happen organically and you're going to get this nice grimy weathered look to it. We've got our stencil cut out and I want to get a little bit closer to all of them. Basically what we're going to do here, create a line like this. So I will need to cut some of this off just a tiny bit so it lines up nicely. Now, since I've got some floating pieces in here and I want this to stay, all intact, you should use transfer tape, but I already cut it. I also think I'm out of it and this is a quick little project. So I'm going to use some blue tape just to keep all the pieces together. That way when I peel it, everything comes up together, nice and even. I set the lines, I forgot. That's okay, we can just separate those real quick. The moment of truth has come to clear coat all of them. I'm gonna start with this one since it's the one that goes furthest back in my area. I'm gonna start with this one first, work my way back. Yeah, let's just clear coat all of this paint that we just did. So now that this is cleared, we can go ahead and start adding a couple of the details. I want to go ahead and do this fountain here. I have a few ideas. I'm going to start with the rock, obviously. Set that down there. I'm going to throw a couple little things in there like this fingerboard wheel and a tool. Like if somebody dropped, their stuff in the lake, whatever. Maybe a little tuft of grass if it looks good under the water. So let's kind of start to situate things and see how it looks. I've got here the little drain we made. Probably gonna put that somewhere around here, just down below so that it looks like there's one kind of hidden in there. So I went ahead and threw a little tool in here. Also got some mini trash, dead fish, some little greenery or whatever, and a little wheel if you could see that there, as well as the drain. So we're gonna go ahead and try to shove this in here. I think my best bet is getting some glue on the edges, but just ever so slightly. I don't wanna go too much. So now that we were able to get this sort of water surface on, I'm going to throw in the waterfall. So it will look something like that. Hoping it'll kind of stick up above so that it covers that gap there, but I also don't mind this. So to hold it up, I'll most likely have to tape it across, but that should be fine. We are back. We are dry here. So I'm gonna remove this, and that should not be going anywhere. Perfect. Now, I already did a test on a spare piece of acrylic, but I'm gonna put Mod Podge actually all over the surface of this so that it gives it more of a watery look, a watery texture. I think it's gonna look pretty cool, so let's throw some of that on there. Okay, now that everything is dry, we have nothing tacky, everything painted, beautifully done. We're gonna start adding all the details. So we're gonna start with the grass that goes here in these 3 spots. I basically went ahead and shoved a bunch of tape in each of these holes and then ran a razor on the edge, transferred that to the back of this, and now we have hopefully the right size of everything here. Rails. I ended up making a second one of these rails. You'll see here in the close-up shots, but everything is pretty much set to go as far as metals. Things are glued on, things are pushed in, whatever's not supposed to be glued is placed. Now, boom, it's all here, all done. So I thought we were done, but we had so much more. So let's take a real close look at this ABC park that is fully finished. It's been a few months now. You see this video's coming out, so you see how long it's been. So there's been a lot of additions and changes, new tags, new graffiti. Shout out to all the people who have thrown their art on this. So let's go ahead and take a look. And here it is, the ABC park. Let's take a closer look. I'm gonna give you guys the grand tour here. We'll start with the first letter of our alphabet, A.
Go ahead, ride it. On a trip, you a good co-pilot. Seems like we're a little misguided. Keep looking, but we still can't find it.
We've got our A-frame here. It's gotten a lot of wear and tear. We've got a whole bunch of new tags. Shout out Zegheads here. We've got my buddy Anxiety who did the ABC Dex tag. If you come around here, we've got some goofy digit prints. Pretty much the same over here, just added some tags. We've got a new tag here that covered the old one, which is cool. Kind of like a, you know, real life tag spot, I guess. Little additions here. Shout out my younger brother over here. He threw a little tag up as well. It's an old one, so he probably don't want me to show it, but too bad. You gotta give us a new one. Over here, we've got a new addition here.
On a trip, you a good co-pilot. Seems like we're a little misguided. Keep looking, but we still can't find it. So go ahead, baby, just ride it. You know me, you've been solid. I'm here till you find a new body. I'm here till you find a new hobby. Don't get emotional no more.
I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. Shout out Grime 3D Prints for making me a custom printed trailer bed here that also lights up. So you can hit it as a little down kicker or prop the legs up. And then you got your little mani pad with, of course, your shred signs. Over here, we've got that original ABC Parks tag from Anxiety Offline. We've got our little details, our trash can filled with trash, all these printed by Goofy Digits. We've got some movable obstacles, so if you want to hit the anxiety barrier off into the pool, you can do that. That's basically the letter B on this side. If we move over to the other side,
Xbox, treat me like a fresh stop. I don't even
we've got probably my favorite and a lot of people's favorite part, which is the stairs with the waterfall. So we've got, again, some stretch signs to get you up and down. We've got the waterfall details that you guys have seen us build. And then if you come in here, we've got the miniatures. We've got mini Benjamin, mini ABC stairs, some fatties, shout out to them. As well as we've got our little water fountain here with a tool in case anybody needs it. And then we've got our homage to when we brought this to Fingerboard Con, which in itself, crazy story. Taking this in a minivan, all crumped up, driving. We've got it there. As you can see with some of this footage here, everybody got to enjoy it and really shred it. So shout out to Fingerboard Con. That was a crazy, crazy ride, bringing it to there. Bringing it back through Canada, which they let me through, but I didn't have a passport, so I don't know what happened there. We won't say anything. Allegedly, that was AI. We've got our little wave ramp jumping into the pool with the ABC tag. And then we've got some other obstacles here. The addition of some removable stuff like a concrete kicker, some more new tags.
Baby, just ride it. You know me, you've been solid. I'm here till you find a new body. I'm here till you find a new hobby. I don't get emotional no more. Fuck me like you love me, don't call no more. Put them in above me while I'm gone. Guess I was only meant to see you later on no more. Don't put my name in your phone no more. I don't feel the way I'm grown. Only feel it when I get home no more. That way it ain't really known. Play me like an Xbox, treat me like a fresh stop. I don't even know where you're going. Been working in a sweatshop, waiting on the text box. I just cannot be alone. I can't call you home, but I'll ask you to come over.
Another little Zeg hit there. Got our little truck details in there. Some booze for whoever's been hanging at the skate park too long. We've got our homie Sav, Adam, Anxiety Offline, bunch of new stuff, additions, tags. We've got our Sav plywood pieces in case anybody wants to use them here. Some more shred signs and Sav pieces, and yeah, this is basically the whole park. So there you have it. There's the crazy idea brought to life of basically an ABC park for ABC Parks. I hope you guys enjoyed every step, every detail. Let me know down below what your favorite part was. Do you like the weathering more? Do you like the tags? Do you like the shredding? Let me know down below. We've got a lot of crazy parks planned this year, a lot of builds and build videos going with those. I want to take a second to give a huge shout out as well to I'm Sarah June. Sarah, thank you so much for editing these videos, for finally getting them out. All you guys that have been asking, give her a thanks as well for getting these out here. We wouldn't have this video and this final without her. So huge shout out to you. Stay tuned for more videos, some lives coming. I'm going to be live on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Follow everything down below. Comment again what you liked. And thank you guys. See you in the next one.